Asia, I ain't giving you credit either with your Alicia Keys hat. I see you, girl.
Be extremely careful with who you lay down with because a lot of these men were raised by single women. And guess what? If they watch the woman struggle and do it all on their own, guess what they're going to want you to do? They're going to want you to do it all alone. Y'all have to pay attention to who was raised by a man and who was raised by a woman because that'll take you a long way. That'll let you know, damn, do I really want to pursue this man? Does he really know how to be a man? He's never had a man in his life for him to even be able to see what a man is able to do. So y'all have to be very careful with who y'all lay down with. Ladies, y'all have to be.
All right, you got it that time.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah.
All right. So we have all the blinks in there, right? So I just wanted to have this conversation. So if a man is raised by a single woman, should that be considered a red flag when dating? If a man is raised by a single woman, should that be considered a red flag while dating? So, yeah, her points, there might be some validity to them, maybe not. Right.
Mm.
But without a man in a man's life, what is he missing?
I don't think it's a red flag because the man was raised by a single mother. Because you don't know who else was in his life. Like she may have been a single mom in the house, but he may have had uncles. He may have had older cousins. He may have had a mentor. So just to write someone off and give him a definite red flag in the beginning off rip because his father wasn't in his life. You don't know how long ago he passed away. He may have been in the foundational years in raising him, but I think that's a silly blanket statement to make by her. And I want to know who raised her. I see a lot of red flags from her, but that's a whole different conversation for a totally different day.
Mhm. So, I know, and this is more anecdotal, but it could be bigger than that. I know some men that don't have their fathers in their lives, and they had uncles and brothers and cousins, and they still yearn and wish they had their father in their life.
Of course they do.
So,
Oh,
do you
yeah.
think those people can replace a father?
They can be that male role model. Of course, they can't replace a father, but they can be a good substitute as a male role model in that son or daughter's or girl or boy's life as they're growing
We're
up.
talking about son.
Oh, son's only. I'm sorry. Okay, my bad. I forgot. Okay.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
The grandfather. I know a lot of men that were raised, by a grandfather and uncle, and they are great. I know men that are raised by single mothers too that are great men. Um, but I'll stay on topic so I don't get my wrist slapped. But grandfathers and uncles that are successful in whatever regard you want to deem successful can be that good substitute to raise that young man. And to write someone off because their father wasn't there is foolish and very I think it's preemptively judging for no reason.
Hmm. Okay. What you think, B?
Well, to answer the question, I don't think that is a red flag. This, however, is a topic that is right up my alley. As everyone knows, I didn't have a father in my household, and I always wanted that male figure in my life. I can say for me though, unlike a lot of the people in my neighborhood who were raised by single women and didn't have that father figure in the household, I turned out very well compared to a lot of them. I would say for me, one of the biggest things I struggled with was more what the hell's okay, was more so was more so confident. What the hell is so goddamn funny?
I tried not to laugh, but y'all just get the
Go ahead. Go ahead, B.
Y'all all right?
Yeah, go ahead. We gonna mute. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Was more so confidence with women, how to approach women, game, blah blah blah. So a lot of that I picked up over time, trial and error, just approaching women and trial and error. Um, but to say that's a red flag, I would say that's a red flag. She also said that one of the things is a man seen raised by a single woman, he's will want her to do it all by herself. That's not true. I don't know where she would get that from. Also, I also want to flip it, and I don't like flipping it, but in this case, I am. There's lots of people I know who was raised in a two-parent household, but turned out like some straight up shit. So
What
what
are you doing?
What am I doing? Never mind.
What are you doing, Asia?
Oh, you my Asia. Oh,
I'm talking about you, but your name
He's
changed to
calling you.
Asia.
He's calling you me because I do that all the time.
All right, squash it. Okay, no, you're right. I'm flipping.
Because B,
Okay,
you like statistics, right?
Absolutely.
So, what are the statistics for young black men that grow up in single parent homes?
All right, that I don't know that stat, but
wait. Nah, you in it now, goddamn it, you in
no,
it.
how you gonna tell me? I mean, if I don't know that stat, then I don't know.
Because what I don't like about that is some of those other stats very well. You can rattle them off, but all of it has to matter though.
Absolutely.
So the men are dead or in jail, right? In the streets, all that stuff, right? The numbers are much higher when they come from single parent home.
Okay. Now, if I were to agree with that, okay, cool.
Hold on, you just told the ladies last week they don't want to deal with the stats. What do you mean if you were to agree? Those are the stats.
Okay, and I just said it. Okay, all right. Okay, because I know you're real big on words. Okay, I will agree with that, Hampton. Okay, however, what I'm just saying is I just think that is a red flag. Just to say a man was raised by a single mother, that's a red flag. I mean, I know lots of men that was raised by a single mother, they turned out exceptionally well. I know some who did not turn out exceptionally well. However, to say that is a definite red flag, I mean, I couldn't agree with that to say that's a red flag. Or he's raised by a single mother, he's no good or he ain't shit. I mean,
well, does a red flag automatically mean dismissed, or is something that you need to be concerned about? I'm thinking a red flag is something you need to pinpoint to get understanding about, not necessarily just say the hell with them. But I think it's something you need to consider.
It's considered a strike against that person.
Yeah.
Nothing is necessarily a strike against that person. And so you're coming at them in a certain negative way already. And that's the problem, calling it a red flag.
But you should have some level of concern.
Go ahead, Nay. Expound on that if you don't mind.
I think you should have a level of concern because you don't know what type of traumas they dealt with, like what are the ins and outs of maybe like the relationship they had with their mom or the relationship they had with a father who may have been there and is not there. So now you're having to deal with a lot of stuff that might come up as an issue that they've had as a child and they were kind of harboring it. And now here they go into relationships. They don't know how to navigate relationships correctly. Maybe they had a mom who coddled them for some things and you don't know. So then it could be where now they're expecting their woman to be their mom. And that's where you have the term mama's boy. So sometimes it can be, but not all the time, because like to Asia's point, you never know if they have any type of male figures that have been in their lives. It may not be their father, no. And obviously, another man can't replace the father, but you don't know if they've had any type of male figure in their life. But you have to consider that. It may be not necessarily a red flag where like I'm writing off, but something to think about. You don't know what issues might come with that later on.
So, Nay, does it cause a concern for you?
It does. For me, it does, because I've dealt with the mama's boy part where I can see where it was clear that you were raised in a single parent household, but then there's ones, to B's point, that haven't been. So, but for me, it has been not a red flag, but something to really think about.
And we out.